Have you ever wondered what it takes to get involved in brand partnerships as an artist? Well, if you have, then you don't want to miss this episode with entrepreneur Rick Zeiler from Zeiler Spirits, home of Cold Cock American Herbal Whiskey and Spirits. In our continuing series examining the hard rock and metal landscape, we sit down and discuss the most effective ways for artists and bands to connect with brands and expose your music to a wider audience, and what do brands specifically look for in the acts that they choose, and much, much more. Coming up. Hi, we're back at the first annual Global Rock Music Summit, and I'm here with none other than Rick Zeiler, the CEO of Zeiler Spirits and the creator of Cold Cock Whiskey. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Yeah. Your brand, Cold Cock Whiskey, it's an herbal flavored whiskey. How did you come up with an idea of an herbal whiskey? I just thought it was so interesting when I don't know much about alcohol, but.
Well, we knew we had to come out with something that was totally unique to the marketplace. And I had worked for Jägermeister for nearly 20 years. And during those years, produced a lot of music tours, a lot of festivals, a lot of sport-related events with action sports. And so we knew we needed a unique tasting product. And obviously make a living product as well as a unique sounding product. So we wanted to come out with something that was entirely unique and different to the marketplace. And we came up with the idea of infusing different herbs and teas into bourbon. So we took an existing bourbon that was already good to begin with and began infusing teas. And we got lucky with the recipe because we ended up, it naturally sweetened the product a little bit. And then the aftertaste was that of a tea rather than the burn of a whiskey. So I think we got really lucky with the recipe. And then we succeeded in making it different and unique.
Yeah, because I thought that was very interesting. When I saw it Herbal, I'm like, wow, this might be good for you.
You said it.
Yeah, exactly. So Zeiler Spirits has, targeted the world of rock and sports very specifically. And, this is usually not an exclusive area for a hard liquor. Typically, or a hard liquor company. What was the decision behind that? Was that a conscious decision?
Because it's a very conscious decision. And I think what we knew early on was we needed a platform for marketing. And also we knew that we needed a village, so to speak, to help go and build the brand. So it was really important to us because so many agents and managers and bands and athletes invested in the brand, we knew that was the direction that we wanted to take the brand because bands are in music clubs every night. So it was a natural fit for a band to go. And we basically partner with the band so that the band, when they book their tour, they can advance our product with their band. So if you're playing the Roxy or the whiskey, you can call when you're booking and say, hey, do you carry Cold Cock Whiskey? And if not, I'm going to be there promoting it. So the club is thinking, oh, it's a good fit for, this rock and roll whiskey. It's a good fit for our brand or for our club. And I've got the band coming in to promote it so I know that sales are going to be good that night.
Right. So it was like that become your brand ambassadors, basically.
Yes. And we knew early on, like I said, that it was going to take a lot of people. And so now we've got the agents helping make introductions to the clubs. We've got the bands making introduction to the clubs and consumers.
Right.
And the band and of course, and now we're in action sports. So we've got the athletes who are out there promoting us at their events as well.
Right. We noticed that you're establishing your brand with a lot of rock acts, obviously in particular, probably one of the main reasons why you're here today. What is the criteria for getting involved with sponsoring bands? Like, what is your guys' criteria? What are you looking for?
Well, I've noticed really from the beginning of my career that new bands need a push and they need an identity. So their music can be great. They can be really hard workers, but they really need a platform to help go and build their band. And so what we've basically done is we give them the ability to go and use our name. We provide them with materials to help go and build their band. And so it's a good match. We give them not only opportunities to play the festivals and events that we're involved in, but we also give them the name and also provide them with materials to help go and create their careers. So in some cases, we'll make T-shirts for bands, and they can go and sell those T-shirts to their fans and be able to pay for tour expenses. And I think that's any band, whether they're hardworking or not, they need some funds. So we want to try and build that platform to enable them to go tour. Because in my opinion, most bands need to get out there in front of people on a nightly basis in order to be successful, especially rock and metal bands.
Right. And those deals that you do with the merchandising part, is that co-branded stuff? Like you'll pay for their shirts and they'll be kind of co-branded with Cold Cock on it, like logos?
That's correct. Yeah. Yes. So it's good branding for us. Don't get me wrong. But rather, we don't give T-shirts to consumers. It's one of the rules we came up with early on. I'm not going to go and build my brand giving consumers T-shirts. The only people that we give T-shirts to are the athletes and the artists. So when we give them T-shirts, hopefully they go out. Now they can sell them to their fans and consumers. Right. And we'll also give them to bartenders too on occasion, and liquor store owners.
Yeah. Can you talk about some of the other specifics that are involved, like in terms of what each party needs to bring to the table in these relationships, as far as like, what is the expectation from the band for Cold Cock, and what do you, obviously you've kind of already explained what you guys do, but what do you expect, obviously, the band, to get up?
Well, thank you. I think that we expect them to drink our product. Mm-hmm. So if you're a new band or if you're an existing band, it's not all that difficult to drink a great tasting product. So one thing that we know is that our product tastes great. It tastes much better than everything else on the market. So we've distinguished ourselves from other brands. Well, then we saw the need that bands are out there and they're busy and they're playing live shows and they're we really want them to be active on social media. We want them to be socializing with their friends. So there's a need there, and I think a natural fit. Most importantly, we want to make an emotional connection with our consumers.
Right.
How do you make an emotional connection with the consumer? You do it through a lifestyle. So that lifestyle is that of their favorite band or a band, any band. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Slayer and Bad Religion and Pepper. I love Pepper. I love Slightly Stupid, bands that we work with now.
Right.
But they all have this serious emotional connection with their consumers, really hardcore fans. And I think rock and metal music really needs that connection with their fans in order to continue to live.
For sure. Are there any specific challenges of a liquor company such as yourselves with sponsoring music? Is there any kind of?
Yeah, there's challenge. There's always challenges. Number one, there's money.
Right.
Kind of the most obvious one, but then there's there's age demographics. So we don't go. We're a responsible company. We don't go after bands that market to underage consumers. So a lot of the rock and metal bands, their fan base is a little bit older. So we focus our attention there, and then we're also looking at a handful of country acts, and we sponsored Datsyk, who's been a great addition to our team. He's done some amazing things for our brand. And so I think there's always roadblocks, but we try and navigate those waters and get through it.
Great. And does Zyler Spirits plan to expand beyond the hard rock acts, which you kind of just talked about with country? Is there any other areas or things that you're planning to expand beyond the hard rock and the sports athletes?
Yeah, I mean, aside from music, and aside from rock and metal in particular, country, electronic, but we're also working with a lot of artists too. So painters and tattoo artists. So what we basically want to do is it's a lifestyle brand. So if you're really good and passionate about hopscotch, something that I used to do maybe as a kid, but if you're really passionate and you're really good at it and you also drink whiskey, then chances are you can get your foot in the door with us. So we see a need for passion, and we really love people that care about what they're doing, but also like to have fun.
Some really great food for thought with Rick regarding branding your band and selecting the right partner that aligns with your vision and identity as an artist. So insiders, question of the day. From this video, what were the most valuable takeaways to you from this conversation with Rick? Was it his criteria for selecting the artists he works with? Or was it the specific challenges of a spirits company sponsoring music acts? Or was it what the brand expects from artists that they choose to work with? Or maybe it was something else that connected with you. We'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to MUBUTV for more information on how to educate, empower, and engage your music career. You can also check out a summary of this episode and everything we talked about in the description below as well. And if you enjoyed this video, we'd really love it if you hit the like button and let us know what other kinds of videos and types of content you would want to see on our channel. Hit us up in the comments below, and we're going to see you in the next video.